Set a timer for 40 minutes. Hey there everyone, this is Mystic Fish. Welcome to episode 13 of our Factorio Space Age playthrough where we're building an expandable base. Last episode we did some train designs. And let's see, a couple things that folks noticed in the comments. One was that we actually did the math down here wrong because I claimed that there were 38 slots in a steel chest, and there are in fact 48, which makes the math all come out wrong. So if we do this again, then we have 24 chests. We have 48 slots per chest and 50 ore per stack, and that gives us 57,600 total capacity. If we subtract out a train, then that gives us 49,600. And so we want this to be 49,600. Which means we want to grab this and grab a new blueprint of this stuff. Good. Save. All right, we have some people that can't put some stuff away. So it looks like we have to add a couple more storage chests. Where are they? Storage chests. What did we have? It were lights they had some of, and fast inserters. So we'll get those. Okay. Second point that was raised in the comments, and which I'll just talk about real quick, is this four-way intersection. Basically, there's a lot of potential weighting that happens in here because we don't really have signals in this area. And so it does mean that if we use this intersection, that it's quite likely we have trains waiting for each other, even if they maybe would be traveling on paths that don't intersect. And so that's true. This is an artifact of having the rails this width. One of the trade-offs here is we could make the rails further apart, and that might add enough room for us to signal this better in the middle. The downside is the available space here gets less. Maybe it's okay if we stick to 1.4 trains. I'm wondering if we will eventually want to upgrade to 1.8 trains, in which case we want to make sure that there's enough space if I connect two of these together for a 1.8 train to sit in there. So it's a little bit of a trade-off. Also, this particular design means that we can upgrade from straight rails to a three-way intersection to a four-way intersection, and we don't have to replace any of the the existing rail signals or electric posts as we go. So it is a trade-off. I think in my experience, the actual train traffic is not that high as we bring in raw ore. And because we'll have a lot of productivity going eventually, and so the ore demand is relatively low. And I guess the other thing is that if we actually find that we have a four-way intersection somewhere, and I try to avoid using them, I try to stick to three ways because those are signaled better in terms of allowing more non-interfering trains through. But if it does end up being a problem, we can always come back and redesign the four-way intersections if we need to. So just wanted to address those things. Okay, so what are we going to do? We have to, let's see, did we get ourselves upgraded in time now? Have I wasted enough time that we can go ahead and put these in? Okay, that should give you a place to put those if we filter this. And what was the other one? Lights we did. Lights, lights, lights. Where are you? Here you are. And we'll do lights. And we need to filter this and then take that off. Okay. Does that now give us, what else do you have? You have a splitter. All right, so we also need to do that one. Oops, I need these guys on the splitters. Okay, so what are we gonna do here? We are going to start extending our Roboport network up here. So we're gonna do these diagonals like this. And then that should allow us to put a T intersection in here. Okay, let's see if the bots can succeed in building that stuff. Did I get my splitter storage chest? I did. So we can do splitters, less than 50. We can filter and remove those. Okay. So while we're building that, so we're going to work the rails over this direction and down here. So what I want to do next is work on, I want to work on a loading station for which I'm going to, we're going to use this, I think, as a basis. Where do I want this? This could be here. Because eventually we want the rails to come in this side, right? So, so maybe I will take some of this stuff out like this. So these are not in the way. And then let's stamp this down like in here somewhere. All right, so fine. Oh, I did not parameterize this guy. Boom. This guy's a parameter, and this is the material. Say blueprint. Okay, that's okay. But we need to change this stuff because these are going the wrong way. So I'll take those out. These are all going the wrong way. Okay, so we're gonna get these guys in here, these guys in here. Now, in this case, we want to make these chests load evenly. But once a train is here and is loading, it should be okay. It should be okay to, well, let's see. I suppose it's possible that the train unloads, comes back with a partial load, in which case I think the main thing is to make sure that these 6, do we want them all to be the same? I guess not. I think we take this off. And I think we take these off. Okay, so we're going to stamp these back down again later. We might as well change this name. You are just going to become iron ore. Okay. Fine. All right, now what do we want this to look like? So we got green here, we got reds here. So we just want these 6 to be even, evenly loaded here. Or do we want them all to be even? I think we do. These will, as long as there's room in the cargo wagon that's here, these will be active. And that's fine. They will all be active as long as there's stuff in here. So for sure, these 6 need to be even. I guess we don't know if the space in the destination cargo wagon is going to be evenly distributed across cargo wagons. So it's not necessary for this group of 6 chests to have the same amount as this group of 6 chests. So I think that is okay because the cargo wagons load independently. So, okay, so then what we want is we want one of, whoops. We want one of these guys. I guess we can put it here. Green goes in there. We're going to say whatever you have in the chests, divide it by -6. We have 6 chests and an output each. Okay, then this green goes here. And then these are set. So all right, so the average is negative. Current amount is positive on the red wire. So that means that you're only active if you have less than average, which means that this is negative. So you are only if everything is less than or equal to 0. Okay, right, and these will be independent. And what we'll do is we'll just do something simple like this, since we now have we're control of the balance here. We just need to make sure that we get ore out to all of them. And then I think we can copy this 4 times. Okay. Oh, you have a large power pole that you can't put back. All right, let's fix that. You go on these guys. Okay. Good. Now, part of this is also making sure we have places to park trains. So I think we want to loop this around. And if we do this, and this, too high. Okay, good. That's there, that's there. And then do we want to, how do we want to do this? I guess we just leave this here like this. Because how we connect it may be different. So I think we can do this and this. And then we can put one of these here after they come together. Okay. And then depending on where this lands, we'll figure out how to plug this in. But it means that we can just say there's going to be 3 trains here. Or actually, you know what? Let's not do that. Let's say the train limit will be 1. We know we can get 1 in here. I'm going to take this part out. Because I think we need more flexibility in how this stuff comes in. Okay, and then, so I think I want a blueprint of this. And this is going to be loading station. And we'll do, where's my stations? Hello, stations. And you will be L for loading. And you will have this as the material. Okay, create blueprint. Good. Do I have these up here? We'll put these up here. So I don't need to have these in. Okay, and then the last thing is we need a way to split this stuff off. Which I think, how do we want to do this? Okay, input priority right, left, output priority right. Make sure we can feed that stuff. And then rebalance. We don't need this one. Okay. Okay. Good, that will allow us to plug that stuff in. Actually, I don't think we need to do this yet. I'm gonna take this back out. I changed my mind. Okay. Instead, in this cell, we do need to put, let's put these roboports back in down here so we can take these out. Okay, good. Now we need to make a little design. What do you have? Oh, why do you have a bot? Very strange. Okay, there was something else. You're trying to put away sticks. Interesting. Okay, this we needed, right? You get that. Okay, and then somebody needs sticks to put in somewhere. Oh, here, I can do it here. Or actually, maybe the stations. Okay, so here's what I'll do. I'll make one of these, and I'll make it for sticks. And you can put that stuff in there. Okay, that should take care of the sticks. Bots should probably come up here somewhere, right? Yeah. Okay, upgrade this. These are bots less than 50. You are gonna filter, take you off. Okay, good. And we just picked up roboports, so we need to do these guys too. Roboports. I actually want these. I want to actually be able to build a lot of these. And filter to you. Okay. All right, good. All right, let's build ourselves a little mining tile here. So what we want is something like this. We can get this guy in the middle. That covers all of them, and we can get a light. And finish the belts. Okay. This is going to be our mining tile with yellow belts. Snap to grid relative. That's correct. Okay, that's our mining tile. Let's get rid of these guys. Which of course means I need to do storage tests for the mining drills. Okay, good. This is all. This got done. So now we can do this. And we can get straight rails in like this. All right, let's get storage chests for the mining drills. I think this is going to need to be mining drills less than 150. You are going to filter to that. All right, good. And then that means we can do our little mining tile in here. Let's whoops. Okay. This is 106. All right, is this the way I really wanted to do it? I guess so. I guess so. So, what we want to do is we want to go from, let's see. I guess this is the best area to combine these. So we're going to turn that guy. You're going to come up. You're going to come up. You're going to come up. And you're going to come up. Okay. So we want to go from 6 down to 4. And so for that, what we're going to do is we're going to cover these. And the way I learned to do this was as follows. We make the sort of full diamond like so. But we can, and these will be output priority left, input priority right. So these will do this. These will be our 4 outputs. And so we can just get rid of anything that's wider than this guy. Okay, good. I do think we need to make the last one lane balanced. Otherwise, these will compress down to these 4. Then we need to route these guys around. I thought I took care of the stone. All right, and then you're gonna come down here and go in there. You're gonna come in here and go there. Is it just because you're not in logistic area? I don't understand why you can't put stuff away. Possibly because, are you disconnected? Maybe this is disconnected. Ah, it's disconnected. That's why. Which we can fix by doing. Do we want diagonal ones? No, I think I want. We can do diagonal ones to here. And that should connect us. Because we'll connect to here. Okay, good. What else do we need to think about here? All right, these guys are still working. Okay. So we want to continue this process out this way. And another straight rail, I think. I think we also need to get some roboports down in this way. Just for better continuity. Maybe a straight one there. That one won't work because of that belt is in the way. But that's, I think, okay. All right, and continuing on. Now, the next thing that we're going to need to do is we're going to have to defend this thing. And I think the easiest way to do this is with mines and construction bots. So, what we are going to do is we're going to turn on the grid. And we're going to get some mines. And I want to make a very specific... I want to put mines in this pattern. This sort of alternating wedge pattern. And then I'm going to make a blueprint. I'm going to snap to grid relative. And the height is going to be 3. And so this is going to be 3 mines. Fine. 3. And mines. Create blueprint, put it there just for a second. Take this off. And what I want to be able to do is I want to be able to make a, let's see, how do I need to do this so that it meshes? I think we can line it up with the edge like this. Let's see, I don't need my grid anymore, and I can just do this, especially if I hold shift. Oh, I need to keep going. It's like that didn't line up. Okay, good. That gets right to the edge. Perfect. And then what I want to do is make this blueprint. And I just want to align stuff. So this will be mine wall. And so we'll just call this, I guess we'll just do a bunch of mines as a way to remember what it is. I did not grab far enough. Haha. I'm grabbing the whole grid just because this will make it easier to grid align it. That one. Okay, now I got the mines. Okay, so this will be mine wall. This is just going to be mine. mines, mines, and mines. We're going to snap to grid. We know that our grid is 100 by 100. These are zeros. Grid position is going to be 2 to offset it that way, 2 to offset it that way. Okay, so that's okay. That lines the grid up in the right spot. Now let's get rid of everything that's not mines. Create blueprint. And that does land there. Okay, good. Now, I actually think, whoops. Uh-oh. I can put it away in here. Player inventory full. Well, that's stupid. Oh. Where am I? Oh, I'm still back here at the base. I'm going to just dump these in here because this is actually going to be an iron station. Okay, good. So that gives me the mines. I guess just for... we'll have that, and then I actually I don't need this in my inventory. I do want to fix this so that we could do 50 by 50. Do I want to do these 50 at a time? That's a good question. That's a very good question. Grid position. Minus... If we take 50 off of this, that's maybe okay. Maybe I don't want to do this wide. Maybe I want to do these in 50s. Okay, I'm going to delete this blueprint. I don't like that one. What I am going to do is I am just going to come down here. Ah, good, we got mines. I'm just going to blueprint this. Well, let's see. From here. And this is the center one. I just want to get the half. Okay. Let's call this mine wall. Let's just do 2 mines just for... Oh, I'll put them all in. Fine. Okay. That's good. Okay, now this is, we want this to be 50 by 50. And this needs to, if I still do 2 and 2, yeah, that's better. And then take out anything that's not mines. Okay, so that means I can put it here, here. I can do half. Okay, good. That gives me the ability to be a little more flexible with how we put the mines down. So in particular, hey, look at this. Look at that. That's fun. Let's get power in there. Okay, other mines. Okay, so now where'd my mine thing go? Oh, did I not blueprint it? I didn't save it. Maybe it's in my inventory. Ah, there it is. There. Let's put this here. Okay, so what do I want to do this to? I want to do this down here. Well, let's see. I need rails to come in this side, but But I can go halfway out here. And then like this or something. And then that requires us to do maybe this one to cover all the space. Okay, let's see if we like how that looks. It didn't really get that corner. Do I care about that? No, I guess not, if I can just like fill it in. Fine. Okay, good, that defends that side of things. How are we doing up here? Okay, good. We need to get over here, so we need to do one more set of diagonal stuffage. Like this. Although we're going to start to run into this stuff. So let's go up there and clear those neighbors out. Do I have, how many grenades do I have? Not enough. Yeah, right. Let's go get those guys. Really want to get this iron outpost working if we can. Oh, let's see. I actually want, where am I going? I need to go down here to the bottom of the black science to get my armaments. Let's get one more stack of this and one more stack of that. Let's go knock those guys out. I actually think we need to turn where we've done because we have to start avoiding these walls up here. Or cliffs, rather. Alright, flip this. It would help if I put ammo into the car. Right? A lot of stuff on my way up here. Maybe we can make some like driving space. Fortunately, driving in circles like really confuses spitters. Just clear these guys out. Okay, good. Not too shabby. Let's fix up the old car. All right. So here's speaking of upgrading the tracks. I think what I need to do is I need a three-way intersection here. Because we got to come down this way. So this is in the way. From the Roboport deal. Now I can get that in. Good. Let's get diagonal Roboports like here. And then straight rails down here. And diagonal Roboports there. And then more diagonal Roboports. How busy do we want to make the bots? And then I guess we want another T intersection here. Now, I wonder, I'd like to be able to come down through here. So we still have a shot at that coal, and which means a T intersection here. Which way? This way? This way. Maybe this way. The cliffs are kind of in the way here. But I think we're going to end up doing this. Right. What else? Okay, so then we're also going to do diagonals this way and this way. And then we're going to do another, I guess we'll do straight rails out here. And then we have to wait for the bots to catch up to us. All right, what else can we do in the meantime? We have mines all around this. Look at that. Pretty good. Pretty good. I guess what we can do is if I do this, which way do I want to do this? This might be one that becomes a four-way eventually. I'll do that just for now so we can see where it is. What did this run into? That's fine. Okay. And then I think what we'll do for right now is we'll just loop this around. And you want to plug into this. Is that right? No. Not right. Because you're the outbound train. So you actually have to cross and come up to this guy. And you are going to come down to here, but I want you to come across like this. And then into there. Like this. And that way we can turn some of this into, let's put that there, and that there, and you'll go here. All right, and then actually let's go down to the outpost because we can put our train in. Ugh. Okay. All right, we've got a train. And let's see, you are going to get, actually, let's update our blueprint so that it includes this guy. I want this to include the train. Entities, trains, good. Except that you need a schedule So you are going to go here until you are full. And then you're going to go here until you are empty. Good. I'm not going to worry about fuel yet. Whoops. I need to... This guy. Take a new copy of this. Out to there. That gets the signals on both sides. Okay, and entities train shots this, and then we're going to do this as material. Okay. Good. That's enough for now, but we can also... I'm going to put one like right here. And then I do have space up here for this one. Okay, so we can actually fit 3 trains at this station. Will be the goal, which means I can then update this to be 3. And we put 1 in the blueprint because that will... let's see, how's this stuff doing here? Oh, this is only mining one side. So this is not designed quite right. Unless I do this. And that'll put it both sides. Okay, train is full, so we really just need to finish getting tracks in here. Good. T intersection this way. Get that guy out of the way. Okay, those are rocks, that's fine. And then I guess I may as well we need to get more coverage this way. And then we can get straight rails to connect. All right, so once the bots finish that up, I think we can turn the train on. I intentionally did not put fuel in the train, which for the blueprint, that's so that we can switch. I'm just going to manually fuel this train for right now. These are all full, right? They have... Wait a minute. Did my balancing stuff work right? You have 2 in it. Everything less than 0. Less than or equal to 0. Disabled. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Oh, it's because these things are not in. Aha. It helps if you put the combinators in. Turns out. Alright, there we go. Alright. Hey there. Our episode ran a little long, so I decided that I would break it into 2 episodes while recording. So we've gotten to the point where we've got our outpost set up. Some questionable amount of belt balancing going here. And we're waiting for the bots to build all of the rails to get us over here. So Next episode, and as a problem for future Mystic Fish, we will finish out what's needed to make sure that we actually get an iron train running back to the base to solve our near-term shortfall on that. But that's what we have for this episode. So as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. And until then, bye.